Hello, good evening, and welcome back. So, Finland has a new Prime Minister, and the new Finnish Prime Minister is female, so of course she's getting a lot of coverage as she is female. But more than that, her cabinet is predominantly female as well, although this is a coalition over five centre-left parties, apparently, according to the BBC, so read into that as much as you wish, who are also all female-led. In her defence, Miss Marin's defence, she doesn't seem to have mentioned this much in what's been said. In fact, to the contrary, she said she hasn't thought of her gender or age as relevant at all, and just wishes to do well for the entirety of Finland, just as individual people. So I definitely respect that a great deal, and good on her. Sure, she is considered a left-winger in her own party, the Social Democrats, so I disagree with her from a political standpoint, but at least from a moral standpoint, hey, not so bad. And she even has a young child, so best of luck to her in the future for that. Is kind of odd considering that she says she was brought up by her mother, and therefore didn't get all the support that she could have done, despite of course her mum being a great woman, as you would expect her to say. But then in that case, is it necessarily right for her child if she's that much away from her child, if she's away that often? Why? What reasons would her child think of for why her mother is, of course, not there most of the time, seeing as she is leading a country? But hopefully that is something that this infant child can wrap its little tiny head around. we shall see. But thankfully the dad is also there, so good on him as well. So leading on, Sanna Marin, the rising star who leads Finland's 5.5 million, named by the Daily Mail as the Prime Minister for the Instagram age, considering that she was posting her pregnancy and then after her pregnancy on social media as well, so she was a much more personable politician, if you will. Sanna Marin has been a rising star on Finland's political scene for some years now. At 34, she has become the world's youngest Prime Minister and her country's youngest ever, at a difficult time as Finland is hit by strikes and populist nationalism looms over its politics. And the third Finnish female Prime Minister as well, although the other two didn't last so long. Her new finance minister is even younger. Katri Kulmuni, 32, is one of four other female party leaders in the five-party ruling centre-left coalition. Only one of them is over 35. Their appointments are an attempt to inject some new blood into a demanding body politic as their parties flounder in the polls just 6 months after election victory. Which is nice considering what we see in America, of course, whereby it's all the the old ones, septuagenarians and maybe even octogenarians, who are running in the race, the OAPs who otherwise would be retired if they weren't trying to lead the country now. Let's retire into politics. Brilliant. Politics is getting harder, says Kristina Tolkki, a political journalist from Finland's national broadcaster YLE. We need some younger people who can be there 24/7, some fresh faces, always ready to react and not say anything stupid. Well, the inexperience will probably be to saying something stupid, but at least seeing as your leader is a mother of a young child, she'll be used to those sleepless nights. The new government is also said to have 12 female and 7 male ministers, a high gender ratio even for a country which in 1907 became the first in the world to elect women to parliament. So of course they will have the eyes of the world, or at least the Western world, very heavily on them to see how they do as a country. And I mean, given the possible candidates that there could be, I'm pleased that it is a lady who doesn't use to wish her gender all that much as a battering tool. So, well done to her. Sanna Marin comes from a modest background. She says her parents split up when she was very young. In her early years, her mother raised her alone. The family faced financial problems. She got a job in a bakery at 15 and distributed magazines for pocket money during high school. So, understanding the importance of money from a young age, I'm surprised she's gone left-wing, but hey, good for her, well done. In an interview for the Mediaset website, in Finnish, in 2015, she spoke about the stigma she encountered when her mother was in a same-sex relationship. She said that she felt invisible because she was unable to talk openly about her family. So, all very progressive as far as we go there. She went through the ranks very well. People have a lot of good things to say about her, so well done to her. She got her little practice when the leader, Mr. Rinne, fell ill with pneumonia, and of course he's now left, although he does say he intends to lead until changing Congress next summer. Miss Moran was appointed Transport and Communications Minister in the new government, but it didn't take long for the clouds to gather. A row over the Prime Minister's handling of a postal strike led to his resignation within months of taking office. He was on the side of the employees. That's why. And they said, it's not very good for you to be taking sides. You shouldn't be joining the people here. Odd from a Social Democrat party, but nonetheless, there we are. Miss Moran narrowly won a party vote to replace him on Sunday. Wasn't quite that narrow. The mother of a 22-month-old daughter, she has dismissed questions about her suitability for the job. And here's the quote in question. "I have never thought about my age or gender. I think of the reasons I got into politics and those things for which we have won the trust of the electorate," she told reporters after being chosen for Prime Minister. So, jolly well done. Meanwhile, the populist True Finns party has risen to nearly 25% in the polls, while the SDP and its largest coalition partners, the Centre Party, are slipping, as is the case throughout Europe, of course. Miss Moran is Finland's third female Prime Minister. The first, Anneli Jätenmäki, lasted barely more than 2 months in 2003, and the second, Mari Kiviniemi, was only in power for a year, 2010-2011. I'm trying here, guys. But by riding a popular wave just 6 months into the coalition's 4-year term, the 34-year-old can surely expect to do better. Although, of course, they are losing support, so whether that is the case remains to be seen. But nonetheless, congratulations to her, and well done for not taking identity politics too strongly, at least in the words that you've said to the press. We will see how the government goes, as they have a lot of pressure on them that the world will be watching to try and prove that, yes, you see, women are better than men, and on the flip side to say, women aren't suitable for positions of power, essentially. So, we will see how this goes. I'll be watching eagerly and updating you when relevant. So, as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I will see you next time.